Hi everyone. In Unity, we often have global systems to handle things like game state, persistence, audio, settings, and so on. So let's have a look at a simple way to make sure that these global systems exist in every scene we work on. This is a very handy thing to have, especially during development. Now, this entire project is available on GitHub. I've added the link in the description, so feel free to use it any way you want. The project consists of two scenes, one main menu and a level 1. Main menu is quite simple, contains only a canvas with a game title and two buttons, one for starting our game and one for quitting. The start button navigates to our level 1, and level 1 consists of the same simple setup with a simple canvas containing a level text and a button to navigate back to our main menu. Now let's go back to the main menu. And I've hooked up the buttons so that they play UI sound. So every time we do something with a button, audio is triggered. And in this case, I've implemented an audio manager that we can use for audio playback. Now, before we look at some of the code and configuration, let's just run the game and see how this works. And notice on the left-hand side here, we don't have anything else, but if I run the game, you will see soon that the audio manager is instantiated. And if I hover over a button, audio is played. If I press the start button, we navigate to level 1, and the same way, if I hover over the button here, the audio is played. Going back to the main menu and quitting our game. Now let's say we are done with the main menu and we want to work on our level 1. So let's open level 1 scene. And obviously in this scene, I need to play audio in the same way as I did with the main menu. So if I just run the game, you can see on the left-hand side that the audio manager will be instantiated in the exact same way. And if I hover the button, same audio is played back. I can navigate to the main scene and quit the game. So as you see, regardless of what scene we might be working on, whether it's the main menu or any other scene in our game, the audio manager is available without us having to do any additional setup or configuration. So let's see how this works. If we go down to our project, the scripts folder, we have a folder called Bootstrap, and here we have some code that helps us achieve this. So let's open a file called master bootstrapper. And as you can see here, this code uses Unity's runtime initialize on load method with the flag before scene load to run this code before any scene loads. And this code makes sure that our singleton called audio manager is instantiated before anything else really happens in our game. I've added a helper method here called bootstrap, and if we look at that, this code makes sure that we don't have duplicates of any given singleton, that the prefab we want to instantiate actually exists in our resources folder, and then instantiates it and makes sure that it is persistent across scene loads. So let's have a look at this audio manager in Unity. Back in Unity, if we go to our project under resources, we have a folder called singletons, and here we have a prefab for our audio manager. And the audio manager contains one script for the actual functionality to play the audio. Now, before we look at that, let's see how this is hooked up in our scene. So currently only our buttons use this audio manager to play UI sound. And if we look at this button in our scene, we can scroll down to the button down here. It has a helper script called UI audio button. And if we open this, we can see at the bottom that it references the audio manager code and calls the appropriate method for playing a clip. And the audio manager itself is a simple singleton that contains the functionality for playing audio. So this is a very simple way of making sure that global systems are available regardless of what scene you're working on. I hope this was helpful, and again, just use this any way you see fit, and good luck on your game development. Take care.